Welcome to a very special episode of Retro Spectrum, the podcast where we listen to way too much music and talk about it. In this episode is our very first Wheel of Death spin.
That's right. Here at the end of season 1, we've been compiling the dark side of all the artists we've covered, and this week we choose who our final episode is going to be about. Do you want to go over the list of everybody that we have as options before we spin?
Yes. The Ramones, Say Anything, Yo Gabba Gabba, All American Rejects, Jack Johnson, Vanilla Ice, Kenny G, Avril Lavigne, 3LW, LMFAO, Carrie Underwood, and Nicki Minaj.
Okay, there are some real winners on there. Honestly, some of them I don't feel too bad about. Some of them I think are going to be a little more difficult. So what's a best case scenario for you?
For me, best case scenario is going to be probably Yo Gabba Gabba, the Ramones, or 3LW. Those are like my top three that I know that I could potentially even like. Like, I know I like the Ramones, so that's not even a Wheel of Death for me, personally.
I think I could do Yo Gabba Gabba. I think that's the best option across the board.
I pretty much think so, too.
Because I think that one's just mostly going to be fun. I could do All American Rejects, wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm pretty indifferent about the rest of them.
So what's your worst?
Probably Kenny G, just because I think that's going to be hard to like parse and figure out what's going on. You know, like it's going to be a lot of what I feel like is going to be the same thing for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
But I do love instrumental music, so it might be nice just to put on in the background while I'm doing stuff.
Honestly, that might be one of the easiest ones we
will
ever
be-
do.
it won't be abrasive, but
Right. No, but it'll be like way too lengthy, and you're right. I'm assuming, I mean, we don't know obviously, but there's probably not enough variation to be able to say too much about. But who fucking knows? You never know.
not us.
Kenny G might surprise us.
Who's your worst case scenario?
For me, worst case is gotta be probably Jack Johnson. I really hate that fucking music. It's super bad. Super bad.
There's a non-small percentage of me that wants it to land on Jack Johnson just for the torture aspect of it. I don't know what that
You
says
love
about
torturing me.
and
I've
our
noticed
friendship.
already.
But I think like I'll be able to suffer through it knowing that you are suffering.
I gotta say, I'm fucking scared. That's for sure.
All right, so we have these on a random wheel randomizer thing here. We're gonna spin the wheel, see who we have, listen to all of their albums, and then we'll be back next week with the final episode of season 1 and our first Wheel of Death episode. All right, you ready?
I don't know.
All right, say whatever prayers you think are gonna protect you, and let's spin that wheel.
I'm scared. LW. What a relief.
3LW. The best thing about 3LW, not very many albums. They came from our Destiny's Child episode, so it's more of the turn of the century R&B pop.
My heart is racing. I cannot tell you how relieved I am right now.
Yeah, I will probably well, okay, never mind. I don't want to make my mind up ahead of time, but I can say that I am not looking forward to this.
Well, you did choose it for the Wheel of Death.
I know,
so.
I did this to myself. I think I'm going to listen to Jack Johnson. You listen to 3LW, and we'll meet in the middle.
Oh my God. I would be down.
All right, so we have like 4 albums to get through.
Yeah, I think something like that.
We are doing the Christmas album, so don't leave that
I forgot
out.
about that.
We
Damn
did
it.
the odds came back against us. We do have a Christmas album.
I was a little too excited about the 3LW before I remembered that.
1 week from now, we will have our 3LW episode posted. But this is just an opportunity if you wanted to, torture yourself as well.
Or enjoy yourself,
That's
potentially.
true. You know what? Maybe. You have 1 week to hear all the albums of 3LW, and we will see you then.
Good